Hello everybody, how you doing? Wee Paddy here from across the shuck, and I'm doing a wee video on the one of my newest acquisitions. Not an acquisition because this was a gift, a very kind gift along with a lot of other knives. And if you go back to my last video, you'll see who gave me the gift, and there's a giveaway. So I'm not going to tell you any more about it. Just go back to my last video and join in the giveaway. Anyway, Jeff sent me this. And this is World of EDC, I'll just tell you. Jeff sent me this along with a lot of other knives. Look, I'd been wanting to get this for ages. I hadn't been able to get it over here. And I just was dying to get my hands on it. Now, the reason why I was dying to get my hands on it, because everybody who'd got it said it was lovely, a perfect little EDC knife. And as you know, my favourite length of a knife is 7 inches, 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade. That's perfect for me. It's a knife I feel comfortable. Now, bearing in mind, over in this country, we can't carry locking knives legally. But where I have a caravan, it's private ground, so I can carry mine down there. And during the summer, I'll live there from March right through till November again next year. So I carry them down around there, and I enjoy every minute I have. We go down most weekends to it, apart from Sally's been ill, so we haven't got as much time as normal. But I got this knife, and I've only had it a few days in my pocket. I don't need any more time. This knife is excellent. It's made by Civivi, which is wee. An absolutely stunning knife. There's a lovely hollow grind in the blade. It comes down to as thin a blade as I'll ever need. It's the liner lock. It flicks gloriously, effortlessly. It drops effortlessly. It just, for a little knife, that is some drop, isn't it? That really is some drop. Look at that. Beautiful for a little tiny knife that's only 7 inches long and lightweight. Thin blade stock. Look, I'm not going to go through all the measurements because I've more I want to talk about. But I just want you to see, look at the weight relief inside there. Weight relief top and bottom really is just a little joy to have in your hand. I don't need to sneak up forward. I can get all 4 fingers on there. And even if I had bigger hands, I don't think it would be a problem. The wee one will go around the back and make it secure. But I can sneak up there really easily, and it makes it really good for small tasks. But to be honest, most of the times, I'll hold a wee knife like this, like that. I'll be holding it like this when I'm cutting boxes or doing anything because I find that's my comfortable grip. And that's probably why the 4 and the 3 makes good for what I like to do and the way I like to cut things. I haven't done a cut test in this, don't need to. People have done it before. It's D2. The only marking on this is this little, let me just take you up here and show you just how. Can you see that D2 there? That's the only thing that's on it, apart from the Civivi, the C there. Oh, let me get there you go. The C for Civivi, which is lovely looking. I think that's a really inventive idea. It's got a lanyard hole at the back of it if you want to use it. But the deep carry pocket clip is a proper deep carry pocket clip. The screws are sunken. Everything about this little knife is beautiful. Now, I'm not sure what price it was going for. This is the ebony wood, and I don't know whether that was a wee bit dear, but I would say it was $60 or $70 for one of these. I just felt it a bit rude to go and look. I don't know why, but anyway. It's just that lovely little drop point. Gorgeous looking blade. Now, this is where I want to... I'm getting very controversial in my own age, but sometimes I hear a lot of stuff and I go off in one of my own head. So the joy of having a channel is you can go off on one in your own head, but you can record it and let other people hear the madness that's inside your head. This knife, I literally can't find fault with. There's nothing. It's just beautiful. The grinds are beautifully done either side. Came really sharp out of the box. The wood is absolutely perfect. I love the way they have let the scales come up the side of it. So it gives you that feeling in hand of being rounded, of more, it's just comfortable. There's no hot spots on this for me. So, but I was thinking, why is it this knife? Why is it so popular? Why have so many people wanted this knife? I think they've sold out. They've just started to come back in again. And Civivi tend to do that quite a lot anyway. They'll bring a knife in, they sell out, and then you wait for it to come. And it builds up that enthusiasm for the knife, I think. But it's good marketing. Can't fault anybody for that. If they're selling more knives because of it, that's fine. Now, drop, which is another part of our knife community. It's becoming very popular because you can get a really good maker's name made by drop at a fantastic price. And this last year, I think it was probably the year before, in fact I'm sure it was the year before, the Keen came out, and it came out on drop, and it was one of the most popular knives that I think drop has had. It just went bananas. Everybody had to have a Keen. Again, it was near enough exactly the same shape of this. It was the Ray Laconico sort of shape that everybody says. You know, it's as if Ray Laconico invented this shape. And this is where I sort of, this is where it gets me a wee bit. Ray Laconico makes brilliant knives. I love his design. Love his design. But he's only copying an old design. Let's be honest. It is just a copy of an old design. And that's what knife making can be lots of times. But the Keen was so popular, then so many other people came in on the back of it and wanted to make that knife to see if they could get the sales. So drop is the ideal place to get that done. Exhibit number 1, Your Honour. Fair and Forged Gent. This is the Elementum, this is the Gent. Everybody says there's no difference between, or there is a difference between them. Well, not a lot. Not a lot in my eyes. This one's about £100, S35VN. This is about £60, D2. Absolutely fair pricing. I think they're fair pricing, and I'm not complaining one little bit about them. But they're using that age-old blade shape, and it's an age-old blade shape. I just think now, right? We've had the Keen, we've had the Gent, we've had the Elementum. Here's another one that's strangely very, very popular, using that same blade shape. You'll notice these are all pretty much the same blade shape. The handles vary. They're a wee bit thicker, they're a wee bit thinner. They're just handles. Yeah, you can change the shape of a handle, but it doesn't change the shape of the blade. That blade shape is perfect. It's a perfect EDC, in my opinion, blade shape. But it is there for a reason. There's a Kershaw, an older knife. Look at that. Same sort of blade shape. Was very popular. They've all been popular in the time when we go through little fads of what blade shape you like. But this is the one I believe that comes out more than most. Here's one of the best in that blade shape that I believe you can buy for the money now, then, or forevermore, is the Dozier. 20 quid, 100 quid, 70 quid, 140 quid, about 50 or 60 quid. 20 quid, Aussie. Sharpens, cuts, absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. They're all in that blade shape. So, yes, it's come around again, but I've had enough now. we've had 3 really excellent models, and you can call this a pretty newish model. It's using that blade shape. We don't need to have any more of them, in my opinion. I'm really pleased with the 2 I'd got. I love these 2. I think they're really, really beautiful. Absolutely stunning. But what are they taking their blade shape from? They are. The pen blade. To me, you know, it's a lovely little drop point blade. It's there for a reason. It's good for little tasks or light tasks, light duty tasks. It's a beautiful shape blend. There's the shape. So these are not new shapes. These are not, they're not, you can't put anybody's name to them. You can put the name to the knife, and basically you can put the name to the handle. Well, the blade shapes themselves is an old pattern, like most patterns. It's an old pattern, and it's proved itself through the years, through the centuries, that it's a great pattern for knives. This Civivi is one of the best little workers you'll ever get for light duties, EDC duties. It's comfortable. It just goes through things with ease. It's non-threatening. It's everything you want in an EDC knife. I believe this is one of the best EDC knives, if you like this size of a knife. And I do, so it is. And it's my channel that I'm going to play. So, but this I got really early on. In fact, I had a blue one, the first of all of these. This is one of the most comfortable, easy to use knives that has kept the price low. Yeah, the blade steel's Aussie, but let me tell you, Dozier does a really good heat treat on this Aussie. This is cracking little knife. Cracking little knife. I have yet. Now, granted, I don't do a lot of hard work, but these are not what I call hard work knives. They're not what I would take out to do hard work. But the bug out, maybe I would do it because it's got really good blade steel. But these, to me, this size of knife is for low to medium jobs, EDC to medium jobs. I have yet to wear this out in one day. So there you go, and it's 20 quid. Now, does that mean that I think everybody should buy the 20 quid and not buy these? No, it doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this blade shape from centuries ago is a great blade shape, and it has stayed around because it is a good blade shape. It can do a wee bit of everything. It's got a little bit of belly. It's got a bit of flat. It can penetrate. It's just a beautiful, but try not to. Now I'm trying to speak to people who are maybe just around and probably like myself, I've got a bit carried away with the must-have knives. And this is what this year I want to stop doing, is going after that trend, because these three is that trend this year. I already had two blades that were the same shape, that were good at what they do. But yet I've managed to get another three that are the same sort of blade shape, the same sort of size. And I don't need 5 of them. But you tend to get wrapped up in this, the latest and greatest thing. Now, the Civivi is the knife that I'm talking about. This to me is full. If you want me to go out and find something, I'm sure I could find something tiny to tell you about it that's not good. But I genuinely haven't found it yet. It's just really well made. Civivi do that. Their action is just amazing. And a little knife like this, I mean, look at that. It's just, listen to this. That is just beautiful. It just falls shut. I haven't even put any oil in this when we got it. So there is my Civivi Elementum. Do I recommend it? 100%. But what I'm probably trying to say to those that are coming about and they're trying to start channels, and you'll find it expensive if you chase what the latest greatest is, because if I had chased the King, I would have had another one in there. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing with our... If you're going to buy and sell knives and move on, it's great. I don't really have the ability to do that over here. So it's maybe a wee bit different for European buyers than it is for those in maybe Canada, America. I know those in Australia find it difficult. They have to spend extra money. But to try and resell again, you're losing money on postage and whatever. So it's quite difficult to keep up. I just want people to know that once you've got 1 or 2 knives of a shape, of a blade shape, try to move on to something else. Don't try to copy what other people have got. You get what you want for your collection, because you don't need 5 knives, the same blade shape. And yes, there's different, there really is so many different blade steels down there. They're all different blade steels. Some will last longer than others, but for this size of a knife, Aussie, it's as good as any. It really is. It's as good as any, because unless you're going to be, and I don't know why you'd want to hard use any one of these knives. I mean, especially if you're a knife collector, a knife junkie, you're going to have knives that you'll use for hard use. Will they do hard? Yes, of course they will. But they're not the knives that I would pick to do hard use tasks. So, the Civivi Elementum, Jeff, I am over the moon. I absolutely love it. And the wood, I absolutely love the ebony wood. I didn't know what I was getting from Jeff, so when I got the ebony wood, if you've seen my Instagram post today, that and my little TC Barlow, oh, heaven, absolute heaven. It's just beautiful. But this is just a wee warning that if if you're getting into knives, or you're in the grip of this hobby, slow down. Think what you want. Maybe get one or two of what you want, so you've got different comparisons. It's nice to be able to compare this bug out with a Kershaw or a Dozier. So this year, that's what I'm trying to get, is maybe the budget version and a more higher end version, or middle of the road, like this Civivi. This Civivi is one that most people, especially if you want to get into this hobby, will be able to save up for and get, or just buy with ease if you've got money. So it's not over the top, $60, $70, not sure what it is, but it is the perfect little EDC knife. So that and a Benchmade, that would do you, and move on. You don't need to go for the other ones. Now, the Ferrum Forge one is perfect. It is an absolutely gorgeous knife. Again, the sneak up, absolute S35VN, perfect, absolutely perfect little EDC knife. It's not the makers that I'm getting at. I'm trying to get to once companies out there, this is just my opinion, and I'm just giving this to people who maybe don't know and maybe not savvy with the sales. Look, when a company gets successful and they bring a brand of a knife out and a shape of a knife out, other people will copy it. They'll add different wee differences, and depending on where they're from in the world, it'll be accepted. And that's really important to listen to. Depending on where it's from in the world, people will be accepting of it. If you be a backstreet Chinese company who brings out something that's very similar to one that's out, you'll get crucified for getting one. But stick to your guns. Just buy what you want. Now, and again, in this subject, I'm going to say, there's another knife that's just come out. This has been a success, hasn't it? There's another knife that's just come out with a really great gun company who basically copied the entire shape of this knife, put a couple of wee different things in, a better blade steel. They've just tried to fix the problems that this knife was supposedly having. This knife has no problems. This handle has no problems. It doesn't have any. But they fixed it. Or so they brought it out, and it's near enough exactly the same shape, same size, and everybody's raving about how good it is. Oh, come on. Come on. It's just, if Ganzo had to come out with a copy, of that, Ganzo would have been ripped to shreds. But because it's a big American company, I'm sorry to say it, but because it's another big American company, they've come out with another knife, and they've tried to fix what they thought was a problem with this. This knife will keep selling because it's good. It is good. Full stop. And it's got Benchmade. It's Benchmade all over. It's just good, and it works. And the other one comes out, yes, they're going to sell some. I have no doubt they're going to sell thousands of them. But if it had been Ganzo come out with the same shape as that, like these two here, very similar, aren't they? But because this one's Ferrum Forge and this one is Civivi, who is the popular knife company, they might be Chinese. So what I'm not trying to say it has to do with being American or being whatever. It's what people are willing to accept. I believe the Hogue is a complete rip-off of this. I just think it is a complete rip-off, and because it's the big company, everybody's saying, oh, that's wonderful. That's exactly what that needed. This didn't need it at all. But, there again, just Paddy's opinion. You get a rant and a video on one of the most perfect little pocket knives that I've got. I couldn't fault any of them here, to be perfectly honest with you. Great. But look, the blade shape's been about for a while, so it's good. They weren't taking a risk on the blade shapes. The only thing they change is the handles. So, just let's get real. You're buying the blade steel if you want it. A better blade steel, which is absolutely fine. But in all honesty, look, I bought 1, 2, 3. I bought 3 of them on my own money. Sorry, 3 of these on my own money. 3 out of the 5, my own money. The other 2 were gifts. This one here will do everything they will do, and it costs 20 quid. Am I saying that would be the only one I would get? Definitely not, because I love all of these. But you can love so many and your budget runs out eventually. Anyway, Jeff, I am over the moon. I've been looking forward to doing this video for so long. I probably got excited and missed all the main points that I was trying to hit on it. But just know that you can't keep chasing. And well. Paddy's gone. I'm away for a wee cup of tea. My mouth's dry. Thank you very much for joining. I hope this was not made to upset anybody. This is just my opinion on, why these knives are good. And they're all good. I love my Civivi. This will probably get more carry than anything that's down here because I just like it. And it was a gift. So you'll find a lot of things in life, gifts and things that people give you, they're just special. So's this one. Jay gave me this one. Loved it. From the day he gave it to me. An absolutely cracker of a knife. I'm gone. I just keep talking. Bye. Cup of tea time.